Okay, good afternoon or good morning, depending on when you're watching this. Welcome to MBM's weekly training booster. This is number 6, how the time flies when you're having fun. Okay, today is about how to use, how to understand the 6 thinking hats, the tool that's been developed by Edward De Bono. For me, thinking hats is a super powerful way of helping unlock the potential and to support team thinking. So, Darren, give us an overview of De Bono's 6 thinking hats.
It's a way of problem solving as a team. That's its best application, I think. Having used it for the last 20 years, it can really help a team to focus without having to worry about being sidetracked on positioning themselves in a discussion. My opinion's here, your opinion's here. So it can really help a team to focus and solve a problem. And the 6 hats are their various colours. They were created by, as you said, Edward De Bono, and I'd like to share more details.
All right, good stuff. So what I'm going to ask you to do then is pick a hat. Give us an overview of any one of them, any one that comes to mind for you.
Well, let's do the one that people have most heard of, which is the black hat.
Okay, and what's the black hat?
So the black hat is like being a naysayer or a negative Nelly, as some people would call it. So you're in a discussion, and the idea is that the team together wear each hat at a time, a metaphorical putting on of a coloured hat. So at this point, each member puts on the black hat all together, and we have a problem solved. And the problem might be that project XYZ isn't working. And then what we do on a flip chart is write down all the problems with this project. Well, it doesn't work because Bob's not engaged, the client doesn't like it, we're going to run out of money. And we list all the problems, all the things that are going to go wrong, all the negativity.
Good stuff. And I guess that then allows people to get those thoughts out of their head and at the same time manage their own perception that maybe they're not being negative. They're actually just trying to spot stuff that can happen, the risks that are going to be associated with the project, to then figure out if we need to accept, mitigate, transfer them, or whatever we need to do with them. So it's a good way of unlocking that thinking where naturally the majority of us don't want to go to that black hat thinking. But this helps us take us there.
And you can also imagine Bob and Ron in a room, and maybe Bob's negative and Ron saying, oh, we don't want to be negative. You can see the tussle going on, whereas if we all agree to put on the black hat and we're all negative together for a few minutes, great.
All right, absolutely. Good stuff. All right, pick another hat. What other colours?
Okay, so we'll go opposite. We'll talk about the white hat, or as we call it in MBM terms, the detective hat. And this is saying, what do we not have? What facts and information should we go and seek in order to solve this problem? So we don't understand enough about the customer on this project, or we don't have enough data, or we need to find out what the shopper thinks. That's our white hat.
Good stuff. And it'd be particularly useful when we're trying to validate maybe the opportunity, or to consider if it's even a goer, because we can't make decisions without having the facts. We need to go and get them to allow us to make informed decisions. All right.
Yes. And it's a particularly good hat for, I'm at risk of mixing my metaphors and colours, but it's good for the HBDI blues. If anyone's done a HBDI, you'll know the blue guys love the facts. This is their hat.
All right. Yes, that makes sense to me. Let's put a link in the bottom of the video today. People going, HBDI, what's that? We're bringing that to life as well. Albeit let's not go there right now. Okay, I'm going to pick a hat. I'll pick the red hat. The red hat's about, and actually this does align to Herman, so more about feelings and hunches and intuition.
Yes, so this is about giving the group permission. We all put on the red hat, and for, let's say, 4 or 5 minutes, what are our feelings on this project? Well, I'm pissed off with Bob, and Ron's doing really well, but I fear this. It allows us to put our feelings forward, and particularly as a British male, we're not allowed to do that, but with a hat on we can, which is great.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, and I think this is important for a number of reasons. One, because yes, we can look at projects as being one-dimensional things, but actually they have impact on people, whether that's internally, externally, maybe customers further afield. To consider those groups in a much dare I say detail, much greater level of detail can be powerful.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So that's our red hat, that's our black hat, and our white hat. Pick another one for me.
Okay, so let's talk about our green hat, and in MBM terms, it's our entrepreneurial hat. It's our creative ideas hat. So this is where us yellows in HBDI terms, or the right brainers, put this hat on and they go for it. So the group all put on the same hat and we list all the ideas that we've got to solve this problem. Now, one of the tools that you and I know works very well here is random word tool. And again, we'll put a link to that. But sticking with De Bono, this is all about how many ideas have we got, how many solutions, how many crazy thoughts to solve this bad boy.
Yeah, we're talking about a good level of brainstorming, getting it all out there. No idea is a bad idea. Then we filter them, prioritize them, remove the duplication, and get down to the ones that are going to help solve our particular problem when we're doing problem solving. Good. Okay, good. Tell about the blue hat.
Okay, the blue hat is our policeman hat or our film director hat. It's the process hat. So this is the hat we put on at the start and at the end of a sequence. I'll come back to those at the moment. But at the start, before we all start putting on a red hat or a white hat or a black hat, we have a process which says, as a team, we're going to do this for about 20 minutes, 5 minutes per hat, let's say. We are going to evaluate at the end with the blue hat again. And this is making sure that our journey is going to solve our problem. So the blue hat is about setting it up correctly, which hats are we going to use for how long, and then evaluating again at the end. So blue to blue with other colours in the middle.
Lovely, like that. And last but not least, then our yellow hat.
So our yellow hat is the opposite, I guess, of our naysayer black hat. The yellow hat is all about optimism. It's all about, okay, what about if we found £100,000 and threw that into the project? How could we solve it? Or what if we all worked every day for the next 10 days? How would that work? So we've got to try and split the ideas into the optimism. These hats are quite close, but optimism is the exact opposite of the black hat.
All right. It's a great overview of how De Bono's 6 hats can help facilitate our own thinking. And the bit that I really liked, depending upon the situation you're in or the thing you're trying to explore, you can select a sequence of hats. Sometimes it might be the blue, the red, and the green. Other times it might be all 6. And as you talked about earlier, sometimes you might start with one hat and finish with that same hat and do some other stuff in the middle. So why I don't think we're getting to all those different permutations and scenarios, maybe we can, again, add a link at the end of this video for people can then see how they can practically apply it.
We do have some sequences that we've written down in the link, which we'll put in. I'll just share with you a couple that I've seen work really well. If you're new to the 6 hats thinking, then I would take a blue hat, consider with your team, we'll do all the colours of the hats and finish with the blue. That seems to be the basic choice. When you get more advanced, you might just do blue, black and white, and then blue again. That's possible. And remember that this thing shouldn't take that long. The hats, you only wear a hat for up to about 5 minutes. We're not talking about hours of discussion.
Great stuff. All right, fabulous top tip. Let's wrap it up there. We're going to put some additional information in the link. Today's video was about Edward De Bono's 6 thinking hats and how you can help them and you can use them to solve problems and improve communication within teams.
Brilliant. Thanks, Andy.